right. Hello, friends. Welcome to the show. This is Veer, and welcome to Australia New Zealand show. So, in this show, we talk about different topics related to finance, property, people, lifestyle, travel, everything related to these two beautiful countries, Australia and New Zealand. Now, today I've got a very special guest with me here. His name is Nalin, and Nalin is into finance, loans. I spoke to him sometime last week, and we did an interview together that was in Hindi language, and then we decided to do one in English as well. So, Nalin, welcome to the show. Uh, the,
Thank you. Thank you for having me
the
again.
stage is yours. So, just if you can tell me something about yourself and our audience as well.
Sure, definitely. Hi, everyone. So my name is Nalin. I'm from Guruji Finance based in Brisbane. We do service everywhere all around Australia. Um, yeah, so pretty much I was born in India, grew up in Adelaide, studied from Melbourne, Vic University. And yeah, so I started my real estate career back in when I was 19. Started when I was 19 and yeah, learned all the way. I've served in Royal Australian Air Force as well. And yeah, I've just run my own company now from Brisbane, Guruji Finance.
Starting at 19 is a very young age. You started early, and I think that's got its all benefits.
Definitely, there was a lot of benefits. I learned a lot. I'd made a lot of mistakes. A lot of people are scared of coming to real estate market at the initial age or even after like 30, 40 years. And I say, if you don't make a mistake, you're not going to learn anything. So I made a lot of mistakes. I'm not going to deny it. I made a lot of mistakes. I learned a lot of things. And to bring me over here right now where I am at the moment, I am also an investor and I do my finance for people. I do a lot of different finance for small, medium businesses, big businesses, and I do home loans. Initially, we do mainly we do home loans, but yeah, and we so PAYG home loans, small businesses, big businesses. We do home loans for everything.
Okay. Nalin, so today we'll basically talk about home loans because I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people, who are looking to buy home or they want to buy some investment property. So what I would like to start off with the COVID-19 going around nowadays. Now, what has changed in the property market or mortgage industry with the COVID-19 on?
So overall, COVID has brought a lot of opportunities in regards to demand and supply. Plus, also it's made it bit of stricter for banks to look at your files and everything. So banks are actually a bit more cautious in regards to if they want to give you a loan and what the amount of loan they want to give you. So loan to value ratio has decreased in some sense when it comes to bank assessing your value towards the loan they can do.
So is it become more harder now or is it more paperwork required? Like in what way?
Definitely. So what it has brought is pretty much we can say it's more paperwork required. It's more paperwork which we ask our clients to give us. So pretty much, we need 3 months bank statements, we need 2 pay slips, and all the other things which we need to service that loan. And then when it comes to value to loan ratio, that's decreased when it comes to different banks. So for example, if before COVID times or last year, let's take last year this time, we could have done a person like me, I can get a loan for like 600,000, 700,000, for example. That's just an example. Now it's probably dropped by $50,000, $60,000 from there.
Mm-hmm.
So value to loan ratio is gone. They look at your expenses more with a fine eye now. They'll pick out a lot of expenses. So afterpay is one of the big ones that people look at that, and credit cards. It's a big one. They look at it and say they count that as a liability on you now. Okay. Rather than before, they can just say, oh yeah, we can just take that into consideration and say, yep, you have the capability of saving things. But now they're just looking at it and saying, okay, that's a liability on you. Mm-hmm. So we're not gonna. So they're a bit more cautious in regards to that.
All right. So I would definitely come back to credit card because that's a very interesting topic you just talked about. Now, before that, Nalin, let's say if I want to buy my first principal place of residence, now with the paperwork required and my homework on my part, now what do the banks look at? Say if I go to a bank, will they look at my job, security, and if I'm into business? So what exactly will they be looking at with my profile?
Definitely. With COVID, firstly, all the banks, what they're looking at is how secure is your job. In regards to these pandemic times and everything, how secure is your job? How stable are you with your job? If COVID has affected your job or not, that's the criteria which they initially look at. And then they go deeper into it and say, how is your saving pattern? Have you saved up well? What are your expenses pattern? So that's why they're asking 3 months of bank statements now on your salary accounts and your everyday accounts. Why? Because they look at it and say, okay, so this person's spending XYZ amount on their luxuries. And for example, you're going shopping and everything. They look at all that. They're looking at online shopping these days because your payments are going out from PayPal and everything. So they look at all those things to compare it. And that's bringing the borrowing capacity down for people. So suggestions are get that your bank statements cleaner. So by what I mean by that is if you actually look at afterpay and everything, that's all counts towards your borrowing power. If you have that's all been paid off and everything, and your credit cards are paid off, yeah, that's going to look better on the statement for the bank to give you more loan in regards to your home or property you're looking at.
Okay, so now that's good to know to have a good saving history with the bank, because when they look at the
Definitely.
statements and bank, accounts, so they look at how good saver you are, right?
Definitely they do. Yeah, definitely they do. Especially, look, after the Royal Commission cases a couple of years ago, I think a year and a half ago now, a lot of things have changed. Now, recently, our finance minister came out and said we would like to go back with responsible lending. We would like to go back to make it a bit easier for customers to get loans so they can service it. That would bring a massive change in the market. That's going to bring out a lot of people who are not eligible to buy a house, or they can't get that. For example, they can't get the loan which they need the house. They find a beautiful house, but they can't service that loan now. With that ease in responsible lending, that's going to make them. It's going to be easier for them to get that loan, buy that house, move into it. Maybe it may be first home or a upscale or downscale. So it's got a lot of changes it's going to bring.
Also, Nalin, what about tradies? Say, for example, if you're not in a secure job, but you're still making good income, so can the tradies, say a plumber or say Sparky, can they still apply and get a home loan?
100%. So they're like our small businesses. We classify them as a small business. So what we will require from them is a 2-year BAS statement, or sorry, 6 months BAS statement, or 2 years the taxation statement. So pretty much the tax returns they've done filed for the last 2 years. That's the kind of things which we need from them. Every situation is a bit different. We can get letters from their accountants and everything. So we can assess that based on individual needs. We can't actually say, okay, one tradie is going to be the same with the other one. It's probably not going to happen because everything's individual. Every loan we look at, every file we look at, it's a bit different to the other file.
Okay, yeah. So the best thing is to contact you and get the assessment done, so that you can provide the better information and solutions to the clients, right?
Definitely. If there are any tradesperson out there or small business owners and everything, they're having questions regards to how they can get a loan in this market and everything, yeah, give us a call. Go on our website, send us a appointment booking. We'll get an appointment. Come and see me, and I'll come and see you actually, because we're mortgage brokers as well, and we do go to our clients, so we go everywhere, and then I'll come down, do an assessment. During COVID's time, we do also do assessment through Zoom, so we can have a Zoom chat and we can make it easier for them as well to sit there. We'll do the assessment. We'll find out what their eligibility is, what documents they would need, and how we can service their loans, or banks can service their loans in these times. Yeah.
Okay. Also, Nalin, can you shed some light on lenders' mortgage insurance? So we hear a lot of things about LMIs. So if you don't have a 20% deposit, you can still get approval. So can you say something about that?
Definitely. So lenders' mortgage insurance is pretty much for lenders. So because if you, for example, you've got 10% saved for a property you want to buy, they'll charge you a lender's mortgage insurance premium on that 10% of the value, which they assess based on the assessment of the property and everything else. So what that does is pretty much that's securing the bank, not the customer, in regards to if you default on your loan. But if you don't have the amount, another 10% to go buy a property, but you would like to buy a property, yeah, that's one of the things which a lot of people look at, and yes, we'll pay the premium now and get that added. In most cases, that can be added into their loan for 30 years and everything, which comes down to a small amount then. But that's one way to get into the market right now rather than later. It's always better to be in the market as early as possible. So market always goes up. It'll come down for a while, but then it'll go up again.
Okay. Now, Nalin, my next question is about credit history. Like you were talking about credit cards. If you can just give a brief idea about if someone's got a bad credit history, or say if they got overspending and they're not paying their credit cards on time, and it goes to like have a bad red tick on their records. So what happens? Can they still get the loan done, or what happens in that case?
Definitely. So if there is a bad credit history, and if this case is sorted out with the credits, so if you've paid off that credit, or if it's been cleared out, or that's the kind of the cases you have.
Mhm.
Yes, there's a lot of other banking institutions which will still assess you, which will still give you a loan in regards to that. So that's it's one of the things which a lot of people get scared of saying, "Oh, I have bad credit history, I can't get a loan." But yes, you can. There's always other opportunities and everything. It all comes down to which banking institution we would like to take you to, and how we can assess you with them. So that's one of the things. So if you have a bad credit history, yeah, get in touch with us. We'll assess and find out which banking institutions can assess you in regards to that.
All right, thanks, man. Now, next question is why to contact you or mortgage brokers? Why not go to the bank straight away?
So pretty much, being a mortgage broker, we have studied the market. We have studied all the policies for different banks. So you can go to one bank at a time. It'll probably take you hours to do that. Or you can come to us and we assess from anywhere from 10 banks to 40 banks. So we can assess all those banks in a shorter period of time, whereas you're going to go to every single bank. And every single banker is going to try to give you the benefits of their bank. Whereas for us, it's better if we can get you the best loan which suits your needs now and for later. And if there is any changes in future, you can come back to us, or we'll contact you and everything, and we'll take you to the best bank, best opportunities at that time.
Okay. And am I right in saying that as a client or as customer, we don't have to pay anything to you or to the mortgage brokers? Am I correct?
Definitely. That's correct. Yeah, that's correct. So we don't charge any fees at Guruji Finance. What we do is we get paid commissions from the bank. But as per our ethical liability, we are here to serve the customer, not the bank.
Okay.
So pretty much that's one thing which we all are mindful for. Yes, we are here to service the bank, the customer, and take it to the best opportunities they have in the market to get their home loan and get them settled in a new house.
And I think when last time we were talking, you were saying something about because you just don't deal with the big four. You got a wide variety of banks, right? There are heaps and heaps
That's
of banks
correct.
that
Yeah.
you can go to.
That's correct. So we've got there's different tiers of banking institutions. So we can Big Four is number one. So that's a tier one, and then we go below from there. So we've got tier two, tier three. So we service a lot of different banking institutions. We are registered with a lot of different banking institutions, and we can assess you in all different criteria. So for example, we were talking about people with bad credit history. If you have a bad credit history, if the first tier banks are not servicing you, we're going to take you to the second tier banks. They might not have a branch, for example, so you won't be able to go to them as such, but we have that assessment that we can assess your situation based on their policies, compare their policies to your requirements, and then we can say, okay, let's have this, look at this one. If you like it, yes, we'll go to them. So we'll actually come back to you and say, this is what we think, based on your situation, based on what you've told us, this is what we think is best suited to your needs. And it just makes it easier for you, for a client, to look at it and say, yep, that's actually, I like it. I like this is my criteria. You've met all those criteria, but this is the tier 2 bank or tier 3 bank. Yeah, I'm going to go with it.
Okay. All right.
Makes it easier.
Easy, yes. Not anything else you would like to add before we sign off? Anything you would like to add from your side?
We do personal loans. We do also service business loans and commercial loans. So if you do have anyone has questions regards to that, yeah, feel free to send us an email or contact us, and we'll be able to answer those questions, and we can do an assessment for you guys.
Sure. And I'll also add your details on my podcast and my YouTube channel as well. So if someone wants to be in touch with you, I think that's the right thing to do. So just approach you first and do the assessment done, and then you can provide more details, and the tailor-made solutions to the clients or the customers if they want some more info.
Definitely. Thank you so much for that. And we are running a promotion at the moment. So we are running from Guruji Finance side. We'll give you a $500 cashback if you refer a friend. Also for you. So if you refer a friend, that friend will also get a loan if it's settled. They'll also get $500, and you'll get $500.
Okay, no, that's good to know. And also, the best way to contact you is through email or a phone number, or?
That's correct. So you can send us an email, contact me directly, or you can go to our website and fill out a booking form there. and we can go from there. And for the terms and conditions for that, you can contact us for the promotion we're running at the moment. You can contact us in regards to the terms and conditions.
All right. Now, thanks, Nalin. Thanks again very much for talking to us, and for
Thank
all
you.
the people listening to the podcast or through the website and the YouTube channel. Please do comment and send us your feedback. If you got any questions for either myself or Nalin, please feel free to contact us, and we'll be in touch with you. And thanks again to all the people listening and watching the video. And Nalin, thanks again. I hope
Thank you.
we'll talk to you soon again. And thanks again.
Definitely.
Thanks very much.
Definitely. Thanks, everyone. See ya.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
friend. This is Veer Jay signing off, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks very much. See ya. Bye.